Jeffrey's breathing so heavily. Close your goddamn mouth, Jeffrey, and breathe from your nose. Does Jeffrey not realize the negative consequences of mouth breathing? A recessed jawline and ill health. Jeffrey needs to learn how to mew. Adonis. Adonis breathes like a king, through his nose deeply. His tongue is pressed against the roof of his mouth to create the perfect breathing posture. This results in Adonis having the perfect, sharp jawline that all men want. I don't want to waste your time like most YouTubers do. The way to mew properly is to first start off with nasal breathing, breathing through your nose, literally 24/7, even when you're in the gym and even when you're asleep. To do this, you'll literally have to tape your mouth shut when you go to bed. I've done this every single night for years, and you can see the progress of my jawline because of this. As a kid and teenager, I was always a mouth breather because I would struggle breathing from my nose. I always had like allergies, we always had pets, we had hamsters and rabbits. And so I'd always have like a nasally blocked nose, which made it hard to breathe. I was the kind of kid who would sneeze like 10 times in a row. You know, like most normal people literally go like, achoo, when they sneeze. Like one sneeze, maybe two. I was the kind of one who would have like 10 times. Everyone's just looking at you weird in your class. And perhaps because of this mouth breathing and these allergies that I had quite weak features. So even when I was like 16 years old, I had these like big puffy childish cheeks, weak recessed jawline, doesn't look sharp at all. I remember being maybe 18 or 19 years old and searching for advice on YouTube, like how to make your jawline better. That's when I stumbled upon mewing, and I'm going to teach you right now the single best mindset that's going to help you to go forward from this. The mindset that really helped me, that got me to like the progress that I've made so far, was convincing myself that this is the right way to breathe and live for the rest of my life. So it doesn't have to be perfect right now. I simply have to start making some progress using the concept of progressive overload right now, understanding that 6 months from now or a year from now or 5 years from now, I'm going to get better and better at mewing. So I didn't obsess over it or the results that, you know, like a lot of people try and do these like mewing challenges or anything. I never had that cringe goal of like 90-day mewing, that kind of bullshit. I literally just said to myself, okay, this is how I'm going to breathe for the rest of my life. And I started visualizing myself as being like a nasal breather, especially when I was in the gym as well. You can see pictures of my jawline and the progress that seems to have come from mewing over the years. Body fat percentage definitely plays a big part in, like, you know, your jawline and the progress pictures that I've got. But you can almost see that my skull seems to have been reshaped. It's said that with mewing it will cause like forward growth of your skull, and that's literally what it looks like in these pictures. I remember people from high school saying that I look so different. I left my hometown looking like this at age 18 and came back like 1 or 2 years later with almost a different face. Oh, but Hamza, this might not work for me. It's only genetics. Maybe. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. Genetics probably do play a part. But is there any progress that we can make? Yes. And so we may as well continue doing this. And it's also the healthier way to live and breathe. So you may as well implement this advice and just brainwash yourself to believe like, yep, this isn't genetics and I can definitely make a difference in my jawline. In the book Oxygen Advantage by Patrick McEwen, he says that breathing through your nose is the correct healthy way to breathe at all times. So this is exactly how you mew with like no BS, like very easy to understand explanation, because a lot of those videos I watched didn't really help me. They overcomplicated it. Simply, we need to first start with just breathing through our nose. So this is already like progressive overload for a lot of people. Close your mouth, breathe through your nose. You might be watching this thinking like, okay, what the fuck, like, tell me how to actually mew. But for a lot of people, they will literally just struggle with breathing through their nose. Normally you'll hear them like making weird noises like this. They'll be struggling, they'll get out of breath. If you struggle with literally just breathing through your nose, this is like level 1, and you have to practice level 1 before we can go on forward. Now try this. Close your mouth and swallow the spit that's in your mouth. And however your mouth ends up, especially your tongue, keep it like that. As soon as you swallow that spit or maybe some water, whatever's happened, so you know your tongue will be automatically pressed at the roof of your mouth. This is the correct mewing posture. Keep it like that. So this is the easy cue to get into the mewing posture. You swallow and you keep everything there. Anytime you're unsure if you're mewing correctly, all you have to do is literally just swallow your spit, swallow some water, and you'll automatically be in the correct position. Have the discipline to hold that position of your mouth and especially your tongue. Most people stop here and wonder why they don't make much progress. That's because they may be mewing, best case scenario, for half of the day. If you really want to speed up the results, you have to be mewing at nighttime too, and most people don't. So most people, because of our modern world, because of like pollution and soft food and, you know, like the modern shit that makes us weak, we automatically start mouth breathing at nighttime. This is gonna sound crazy, but the way to mew at nighttime, you have to force your lips closed so that your body automatically just makes you breathe from your nose. So it does sound crazy, but start going to sleep, taping your mouth. The majority of people will never do this and they'll complain and say like, oh, mewing doesn't work, but this is the true way. There is a certain kind of tape that you can get, which is totally safe to use. That book that I mentioned before, Patrick McEwen's Oxygen Advantage, he's recommended it there. That's where I got it. The tape is called what's it called? Micro pore tape. In fact, let me show you mine. Here it is. So it's called micro pore tape. Search it up on like Amazon or eBay or go to some shops. Literally just buy it from Amazon. I don't have like an affiliate link or anything, but like just buy it like this. It's safe to put on. It's very like thin tape, like you can almost see through it. Get like a little bit. So I go to sleep every single night with a little bit of tape like this just over my lips. You can see like, at first it sounds kind of scary. You're like, wait, you're gonna tape your mouth shut? What if you like suffocate or anything? But you can see when it's like this, you can break free. If you did need to like, actually breathe through your mouth, you'd automatically be able to like open it up, no problem. You might think, okay, well, then that's not gonna do anything. That small bit of resistance on your lips actually causes your body to somehow automatically just be okay with nasal breathing. This is the single best thing that I've done to like automatically adjust to nasal breathing and mewing more often. Just taping my mouth up at nighttime. It's like I'm just better at being able to breathe from my nose now. Now, the one final piece of advice that I want to leave you with is that it's very easy to, think about mewing and think, oh, well, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for me. And I did have that mindset for a little while, but I want to help you counter it with the power of belief. So the power of belief, the way you think, is extremely, extremely powerful. It's the placebo effect. If we think, like, when you take like a pill, the placebo effect is that we could take a pill that doesn't have any kind of medication, but the doctor tells us it's got medication in, and it will literally work. So whatever we believe ends up happening. So why not just believe for your benefit? Why not just say to yourself, if you're having doubts and you're thinking, wait, this isn't gonna work, it's not gonna work for me. Why not just think in terms of your benefit instead of against you? Why not just arrogantly think like, yep, yes it is, it's gonna work. Mewing is gonna give me a fantastic jawline. It's gonna improve my health. I'm gonna see visible gains in my jawline 3 weeks from now. Why not convince yourself of that? And then just see what happens, because when you add the power of belief, I know it sounds kind of wishy-washy spiritual and stuff, and I'm not usually that kind of guy. I'm usually like a very like practical, no BS, tell me the facts and figures and type of shit. But the way you think something will happen, what you expect will happen, it often does happen. Visualize mewing working for you and that you'll live like this forever. Visualize yourself old and you're exercising and you're still mewing at that point. You're literally 50 years old, 60, 70 years old, still mewing, still breathing from your nose. And you're actually really good at breathing from your nose at that point. Whereas everyone else your age is like panting and their mouth breathing like just going up a flight of stairs. I hope that helps you do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.